Hey, hi, hello, the internet. I'm a little low here, so I'm gonna turn my volume up a little bit. Ba da ba da ba, bing da bing da boom, bing a bing da ba da boom, da bing da ba da boom. I think it's a little better now. Maybe it's too loud, I don't know. Okay. So, haven't done this in second 1 week, I think, actually. Been just 1 week. So hi, I am Jeriah for our channel, Last Ones In, where we play games and all that good stuff, like usual. Joined over the internet by E.
Hello.
That's him.
I'm here.
That's him. I'm gonna go ahead and turn him up over here.
Seville says, good evening. Just finishing counting till and locking up Bobby da Booba.
Nice.
I know that feeling.
Counting tills.
I'm going to say I know that feeling, assuming you also had to stay 2 extra hours after you closed, at minimum, and got in trouble for staying too long one time.
Well, that's the thing. You have to stay longer so you can close up. But also, don't stay longer.
I mean, I had to close up. I had to clean everything. There would always be like 2 to 5 people. When it was 2, it was awful.
I believe I can fly here.
I'll say the best part of closing up is when you just take all the old rice and scoop it back into the fridge and use that for the next day.
Well, what else are you gonna do with all that rice? They bought the rice. What are you gonna?
It's true. There's interesting rules on like what you could and couldn't save. Or no, sorry, it wasn't rice. You're not allowed to save rice, but you could save beans.
Well, that's very obviously you can save beans.
Beans and meat. And every sauce, I think you were allowed to save.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Alright. The stream is chopping up a bit here.
It is. What's your bit rate?
Probably wrong.
He said it's a 10.
Alright, let's see here.
See, and got a nice 720p. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What? Well, lower for whatever the camera's at, but.
The camera is going at 720, but it's a little zoomed in because of the camera that we have. Let's see. It seems to be working fine now. No dropped frames, so it's nothing through internet issue.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. So let's go back over this game and see what happens here.
Maybe Twitch is just dying.
No, I think it's a computer
No,
issue.
it's... maybe... Oh, shoot, is it because of the new graphics card?
Probably the graphics card.
Well,
it's
maybe try
new.
switching to the scene and seeing if that helps any... It would back up.
Let's see, alright. Switch over to the scene. Good call.
Yeah, let the people see it. Let's see what you did here. Alright, you're in the top left.
I am. I'm in the top left.
Okay. Game is... Yeah, you might need to lower the game's graphics.
Well, here's the thing. It's running just fine over here. Also, this game doesn't have graphic settings.
Why doesn't it have graphic settings?
Great question. Great question. Love to be able to answer that question. No graphic. I'll show you. Look over here. Let's see. Display. There's that. Or brightness.
You can lower the resolution technically, but
yeah, you can.
There's Sam.
Can lower the resolution.
I wouldn't recommend it right now, obviously, but
no.
It did seem to kind of improve as it went on, so maybe it's just going to be like,
you know, I don't.
Every now and then.
Don't know.
If it's bad, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, if it's bad, I'll have to do something. Always gotta do something.
Yeah.
It's just real choppy.
I interrupted your correction. Yeah, your old graphics card you have now.
Yes, it's not new. Don't get that twisted.
If you know what? If you really need to, you could just not stream it to me, and I'll just watch with a slight delay. I don't think this one matters as much that I'm super on time.
You know, well, I'm looking. It's not an internet issue. I think it literally is. This graphics card cannot handle this.
Yeah, but I think the graphics card would also be handling the Discord streaming, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Let's see if I can cut it off from you. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Yeah. There's voice acting in this game, so we're good.
Yeah.
I have my stuff set up if I have to emergency play my game.
Okay, good.
So, well, sort of set up, but I can get it set up quickly.
Is it running better?
It looks like it to me. Also,
looks like it to me also.
Oh, there it goes. Down again.
No.
Anytime particles come on screen, it dies. So.
Nice.
Oh boy. So you need a new graphics card soon.
Yes, I do.
Oh boy.
This game isn't necessarily graphically intense.
Dicey, over here!
I was gonna say, I don't know, it seems like it to me, but I also play 2D sprite games, so
yeah.
not the best example.
No, this game is definitely not graphically intense at all. So we gotta play all of it.
There's no like particles or anything in the option. I know we looked at it, but like, what if we look at it again? Maybe it will come up this time.
Display camera shake. I can turn that off. VSync. I can turn that off. Sure, why not? Render scaling.
I don't.
Rules. Some rules. Legal.
Legal. Turn off legal. We don't need legal.
Actually, if I can just go through legal. Oh god, I have to confirm it all again. Oh god, no. Oh shit. Oh god. Well, now I just have to go through all the legal.
Yeah! Good stream today, folks.
I did. All right, we went through legal. Controls, text, and language.
Yeah, that's all. I guess we've done it. That is so, like, I don't want to, like, give them too much shit because it is just random indie game, but, like, man.
It's not quite random indie game.
I mean, EA backed it, but, like, that doesn't give them more, like, I'm gonna guess that EA didn't give them more people to work on the game.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, man, anytime just something happens here.
So new plan, never get any particles on the screen.
How about this? What if I go in, right, and I go into display here. Maybe this will help. The computer side, I think.
Are you gonna try to lower it? Make sure you're at 60. Yeah, try that. Or
I was just even hoping for 30 actually, but let's really kill this.
That's good. You'll probably have to edit it in OBS, but yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, that's blurry as shit. Well, I guess that's what's being streamed out. So.
Well, try get some particles on there. Shoot your slingshot a couple times. Yep, that's what we're gonna have to deal with today.
Boy, oh boy. Man, yeah.
Also, like you saying, it's blurry up. It looks the same to me. Well, I'm looking at a 720.
Yeah, I'm
stream,
just now
so.
playing in what we're streaming at.
Yay!
All right.
All right, you're in 3dom. What we saved 2dom.
We saved 2dom.
We're looking for our sister.
Or 2-4 or whatever it's called.
2-Fort from Team Fortress 2.
Man, I need a new graphics card. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's immediately upsetting. For anybody
Look
that
at
doesn't
fancy pants over here, wanting good graphics.
wanting the stream to work, for people who don't know, let's see how particles work with that. Let's see what that does. All right, 720 is fine, I guess. My computer shit itself, like just everywhere. Don't know what happened, but it ended up frying the graphics card. And Robbie, thankfully, because he's a maniac when it comes to computers and just keeps weird parts around all the time, had a spare graphics card that is a grade or two lower than the one that was in the computer already. It functions and it lets the computer do things. For the podcast portion of our stuff,
completely mad.
it will work just
Have
fine.
you seen Nishka?
I've got to say, it's really funny you saying Robbie's crazy for having spare parts lying around. Bree has a spare computer
Great.
made of her old computer parts that
Nice.
she's upgraded over the years.
Nice.
Because we were thinking of like bringing that, but we didn't know if it would fit. Is the biggest thing for what you were doing.
All right, yeah.
Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette.
Another
Do you have
survey.
a moment?
Oh man, I think. Oh, by the way, Hada ended up wiping the SSD, so I think our save's a bit behind here.
Splendid, splendid.
Oh.
I have only one question.
Where are you
Who
playing
do
this on?
You think started this war,
PC.
turning our
No,
lord,
like,
their father's
what
castle
what
into a
service are you using
battlefield?
to play it?
Surely you know the story of the
Game
three
Pass
siblings.
at going to EA Play or whatever it's called.
Okay, I have no idea if either of those have cloud saving
Who
then.
do you
They
think
both have
did
cloud
it?
saving.
Who do you
That's
think
how I got the
killed
save
their
back.
father and
Fair enough.
started this bloody civil war?
Okay,
None
definitely
of them.
went through this. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
not talk to him.
He's like, I can't believe you said none. That's illegal.
If I could see her again, I'd tell her that
And
I
then you
miss
got
her.
arrested.
That's all. It's silly.
Okay, yeah, and he knew he's the uncle of the niece that is one of the three
Yeah, yeah.
because their father was assassinated. That guy sells cards.
Yeah. This guy, what's this guy do?
You, I remember you. We've spoken
I
before,
dig shovels.
haven't we?
Also, how's the audio
Oh.
sound? The video might be just shit.
No,
Today,
I don't.
but how does the
I
audio
don't
sound,
remember
everybody?
much, and I'm sorry. What did you want?
Sounds about right.
How did this wall start?
Oh.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
this is
children.
this is the
three
person
children,
who
they,
doesn't remember.
Well, something
Oh,
happened.
right.
We basically just
There was
started
sound
3.
from-
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Don't cry.
I'm sorry. I forgot what we were talking
You
about.
remember something that could help stop
Hello.
this war?
I'm sorry.
No.
There have been times
We did-
where
we
an
did all this,
object
so I'm just gonna skip it.
Yeah.
Oh, if only-
The Babadook stole your friend, who also became a one slur.
Yeah.
That platform
Did he just throw you?
reminds me.
No, just a
I'm
platform.
supposed to
Maybe-
warn
maybe-
travelers about
I'm
So
thinking. I
funny.
don't remember if we did this dialogue or not.
supposed to
Actually,
say
now that I'm thinking about it, but
This
very,
no.
very
Um,
important.
because we did not see a
Oh,
die
well,
to throw.
It's probably fine.
Or sorry, a
Well,
dice,
stop worrying
according to
about
this
it.
game. Everything's a dice. I'll never stop complaining about it. It's annoying. Also, Sam saying audio sounds good too.
good. Anything at least that.
You didn't
fucking
believe
works.
me. Find the murder weapon. Is it the bell?
That'd be the bell.
Ring the bell.
You get out. Slingshot doesn't do that. Man, I have a
I
lot
don't
of
think it would
quest
do
updates.
much in real life, actually, either.
Yeah, you're right.
Here, mate. This
Well, you can roll the die.
Sometimes I feel like it's
Can I
the
roll?
sole
You
purpose of
can
life.
Viva La Vida. That's what that thing was for.
Oh, hey. Guess I can roll the die.
You rolled a 3, that's bad.
I'm making war happen. Ha ha ha.
Poke. Poke. I like the bird
Victory.
head.
Bugle face over there.
Wow.
All right.
Seeing
Hey, a
the ways
hobo.
in which Dicey affected the world, even was surprised to find herself.
Or was,
feeling
are
a
you supposed to
little
call
bit
him home
frightened
impaired or
of it.
whatever now?
How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed
home impaired?
power?
I
No.
can see how you're laughing about that, and it's funny because that didn't come up to me.
She had the world
It got
on
cut
her
off for me.
Could she solve the
No,
mystery?
we are not calling anybody.
King's murder.
No. Maybe a little bit.
What about house impaired? Is that better?
I like that. Yes, yes, yes.
Or, you know, we gotta keep with the times. What about, like, apartment impaired, since that's all people can afford nowadays?
Landlord assisted living impaired.
God.
Yeah, so many of these little. You know what I will probably do in the meantime?
Take
For
a
this
drink.
game? I will probably end up downloading this onto one of my Xboxes and streaming it from there.
You're not gonna get a new graphics card in time?
No, 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 I don't have the
Let
money
me-
for that.
Let me look up real quick. What graphics card are you looking for?
I forget which one Robbie said, but it was around 200 and something.
Alright. Around 200 and something.
Was the cost of the card.
We have found 0 items that match around 200 and something.
I think it was a RTX 2060 or something like that. I don't remember. All the card names sound the same.
Yeah, RTX 2060, 6 gigabytes is 263.
That sounds right.
Or you can get the 12 gigabytes for 313.
The thing is, if I just start getting like things that are really good, then I have to start upgrading everything, and then just what's the point?
No, you don't. Remember, I upgraded my graphics card from like a 1060 to a 4060 and did no other work to my computer until now when I got an SSD, which is irrelevant to the actual computer. Well, slightly relevant. It makes stuff load faster, but that's more of a side effect than an actual improvement.
Yeah, yeah.
I still technically need more power to it.
Nice.
Hi there. I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be.
Tea time
Lady
Tootsie.
Queen's
I hate
master
that
planner.
candy.
The master planner is named Tea Time Tootsie?
Hey, we don't choose our names. Our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed
What do you
me
mean we don't choose our names? You
after
can choose your
my,
name.
You can absolutely choose your name.
Previous master
I did it.
murdered.
Yeah, you did.
I hear she likes tea.
My roommate did it.
I watched
It's allowed.
the
Yeah, you can just do it.
most
No one
You can just do
stopping
it. No one can stop you. Who's gonna stop
only
you?
thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know.
What's your secret?
Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase.
Oh, okay, so
is
she has gambler's
power.
fallacy.
I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day
I
the
just
dice is
invented
rolled,
that
and
saying.
every day one of the colossuses moves.
I noticed.
Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No. Only I see it.
Let's see.
See.
That seems too aggressive for the Duke. You don't work for him, do you?
By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them. Although I would be interested
Nanny
in
Fortuna?
learning more about
Why is it Fortuna?
for observational purposes only. Tell you what,
'Cause it can't be
if
for
you
chicken,
will,
huh?
Come back here and describe them to
Why,
me.
why would it still have the A?
Because it's from the sea. Maybe I will. Goodbye. Time. Chicken is the tuna. Or what was the stupid thing?
Tuna is the chicken of the sea, but the issue was it's tuna, not tune. The A wouldn't come with it.
I will escort you, little one, but only to the places you have safely traveled before. You're not ready for anything else. Now then, where are we going? I'll just stay here,
In your
actually.
bum, haha.
Ah, I see you like wasting my time. Well, it's not like I'm doing much of it besides standing here. As you were.
That was me at work when I worked at Chipotle.
Alright. What's my objective? How do I find
You have to find
objectives again?
why?
Oh, 1,000,000 of them, actually, turns out.
What is this? Elden Ring?
Womp womp.
My friend started playing that. He's just like, man, this map's just too big.
The map is too big.
And he's like playing with his sister too, because through the totally legit multiplayer mod that exists.
Yeah, no, that game is too big. 19
Yeah.
hours in is when I barely got through the little tutorial
All
area.
The whim of a dice roll. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story?
I love stories. Sure, I like stories.
Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought, right after the king died. It was savage. The triplets, oh, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll.
I lost
You
my
already
sister
said
because
that.
of a dice roll. I'm looking for...
Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure.
Don't worry, you
he's
got
alive,
another
though. I
objective.
see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there,
That's
kid.
what I needed was more missions. It's gonna turn out Freedom's fucking huge.
It's like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Deals here. Get your deals
I'll
here.
say, that reminded me, Zelda showed off 10 whole minutes of
That means you can
when
jack up your prices like crazy.
Tears of the
Oh,
Kingdom.
why?
Yeah.
I mean, jack up
It
the
sure
deals on your
does
prices
look like
crazy.
more Breath of the Wild,
Go, kid.
But with more powers.
but with
Oh,
Banjo
sure
and
you
Kazooie
do.
nuts
And
and
if you don't,
bolts.
you
Yeah,
will
yes,
eventually.
actually.
Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty
So,
of war, kid.
So you're gonna get it.
Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone.
If someone gets it for me, I'll
Only
take it,
when it
but
comes to deals,
there's a
kid.
lot of
Check 'em
games
out.
I haven't got that I want to get still. I don't know. I still don't think I ever want to play more like open world games like that after playing Breath of the Wild 6 years ago.
Man, really?
Yeah, it's just I just don't find it as interesting. Breath of the Wild was cool, but after a while it felt kind of not interesting. I think Breath of the Wild, what killed it for me is like the constant repetition of enemy types and that all the little challenges looked all the exact same and some were not challenges.
That's open world for you.
Yeah. And also I 100%ed Breath, well, not 100% because I didn't get all the golden shit, but the Koroks. I did all the quests that were in the game.
Did all the temples and everything?
Yep. Everything but the Koroks.
Good. Koroks are literally nothing.
Yeah. I think they're like a good idea if you're just playing the game, but if I wish it didn't like track that at all.
Yeah.
Like I think that should just give you the upgrades to the whatevers that they upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just not what I really want out of video games. I played one, that's all I need. Maybe I am interested in trying Elden Ring, but like that seems like more of the issue I have, and also I'm not good at Dark Souls.
Yeah, that game is difficult, and it's giant and repetitive.
Yeah. If I play that, I will probably play with D using the totally official multiplayer mod.
Yeah.
Well, Elden Ring's interesting because like it almost has multiplayer normally. And it's weird that they just kind of took the half measure.
I mean, it does
Which I
have
guess
summoning
that's what
and
Dark
whatnot.
Souls does. Yeah. And then you get raided and you lose. That's the other thing that sounds good about the multiplayer mod. You don't get raided anymore because they didn't want to have to deal with that.
Good. Being rated is very frustrating, actually.
Yeah. Only like the most diehard of Dark Souls fans I see actually are like, no, it's good. The rest are like, yeah, it's just kind of something you deal with.
It's just you kind of have to do it. And you're a fast travel guy, right?
That's the fast travel guy.
Yep.
Little girls are not allowed in the battlefield.
Oi, mate.
Did I guess his voice right? I can't hear any of them.
No, he's just going rah 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 rah.
Rah, rah, rah. Rada, rada.
Basically, might as well.
Hey, look, another one.
God damn it.
I don't know. I might eventually try Tears of the Kingdom. If I get it, I might just like play a bit and then let you play it because you're more excited for it than I am.
Yeah, seems awesome.
I mean, it quelled your fears of being Skyward Sword, right?
Yes, it did. Count Shmoo III. Of his name, the comfort plushie and soft protector of Paranoid Count of 3.
I like that plushie.
Good plushie.
I like it has teeth.
As all good plushies should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Switch like hasn't had any games that interest me, and then all of a sudden they kept making more. Like I want to get the Kirby remake, and the roommate I'm going to have wants to get the Wii Switch Sports. I'm fine with Wii Sports Resort, but that one doesn't have soccer, so can't really argue. And then I do, despite only playing a couple hours of 2, I do kind of want to get Luigi's Mansion 3.
Weird, why?
It looks really fun.
Okay.
I think 2 made me want to play a good Luigi's Mansion game. I play it on playing 1.
Luigi's Mansion 1 is very good and probably about a length I think you'd be willing to go through.
6 hours.
Yeah.
That's about. Let me look at my like play times of games I've recently been playing. 4.6 hours. 6.1 hours in the last week. 943.6 hours total.
Wait, what?
3.6. That was Binding of Isaac.
Oh, of course it was.
3.6 hours. 83 minutes. 66 minutes. 9.6 hours. 1 minute.
So, hey,
39
I have a
minutes.
question.
What's up?
I've been seeing these ads for Binding of Isaac DLC. What's up with that?
Excellent question. There isn't any DLC.
Really? I've
Like-
been seeing like pre-order stuff for something Binding of Isaac.
Is it the card game? Maybe? Are they releasing a booster pack for it?
That's a E question.
Let me see. I mean, the Binding of Isaac subreddit hasn't said anything, so I doubt it's. Maybe you're just getting scammed. Maybe you're getting fake ads.
Yeah, is that what's happening? Maybe.
Let's see. Let's check news.
If I remember, it has a subtitle to it, so it's not just Binding of Isaac something something something. Like, it could be the thing.
Was it 4 Souls?
It doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. Was it Repentance?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, those are the two newest Binding of Isaac things.
Huh. Well then.
I don't know what it would have been.
Me either.
Was it the Binding of Isaac 4 Souls Ultimate Collection Edition English pre-order?
No?
If you see that ad again, send it to me. I genuinely don't know what the heck you saw.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess a fake ad. The only possible thing that's official is they are working on porting Repentance to phones.
I genuinely don't know, but I've been seeing it a lot. It's like not just like the one ad. It's not like gameplay, it's just I've been seeing like on websites like the banner ad for it.
Weird. Unless they're just advertising Binding of Isaac for no reason.
I mean, it's a pre-order thing.
Yeah. The only, like, you could pre-order the card game, so maybe it is the card game and you're just not recognizing the name of it.
Probably that, quite honestly. Wouldn't be the first time I've not recognized something when it's clearly that thing.
Any other words? Yeah, 4 Souls is the only thing. Man, $125. Wow. I mean, 340 cards, 269 other cards, 98 cards. There's a lot of cards. 100 plastic pennies, 10 plastic nickels, a D6, 15 tokens, 10 card divider. Yeah, there's a lot. It definitely would be worth the price if I wanted it.
But you don't want it.
I don't know. I don't think I'd have anyone to play with, really. I mean, maybe now, but even then.
Yeah, you'd have people around you.
Yeah. You know what I do kind of still want to get? The Trogdor game.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's for sale right now, though. I don't know if they're going to restock it.
What?
It's
Capitalism,
been out
you can't
for
just
like
not have
4...
something for sale.
If it doesn't sell well anymore.
It's true.
It's been out for like 4 years, I think, at this point. But that game just genuinely does look a lot of fun. Plus, one of my friends that's moving in is a huge Homestar fan.
Nice.
He's the one who showed me Homestar for the first time.
That's cool.
It was really funny because it was like the April Fool's joke they did, and I didn't know anything about Homestar.
Oh shit.
Oh, what? Oh, hey, there goes some of the frame rate.
Yeah.
Oh man, this might be a testament of if you can continue streaming this, try.
Yeah, it may very well be.
I'm gonna say the stream lagged when it came on, like it paused for a moment.
Well,
So,
it did show
boy.
that we dropped 0.2% frames. So
Oh
it might have
boy.
been right there for the stream still. That's a whole different issue, though.
That's alright. Let's keep looking at my 42 minutes of Dead Rising 3 because I immediately got motion sick because I forgot to turn off motion blur again. That game's weird.
Dead Rising 3?
Yeah.
Sure is bad Dead Rising.
Yeah, I'm not really into it. I want to beat it so that me and D can just play 2. It's not like bad enough for us to quit. Because like at its core, it is still just Dead Rising. It's just not as good.
Sure.
Also, D does seem to have a lot of fun just driving around and killing zombies.
Which is what Dead Rising should be. I mean,
Yeah,
driving
but
around
like
is whatever, but-
not literally driving around.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's so weird, like how optional everything feels.
Oh boy, you guys should play 4.
No, that one I've like 3 I've heard is pretty bad. That one I've heard no like anything about. Like no
Nothing
one's
good.
even bothered to try to defend it.
No.
That's the one that killed the franchise. So
Yeah.
Stay safe out there, kid.
I don't know where I have to take this doll.
Dicey, there! Come on, Dicey!
I don't know, just walk around, you'll find something probably.
Yeah. Map, right?
It's a map. It's a map. It's a
It's a
map.
map. It's a map. It's a map.
All right, you know where to go from this map?
Nope.
terrific.
What if I just talk to the fast travel guy? What if he takes me somewhere I need to be?
I don't think that's how fast travel works.
Sword bridges, please. Well, that didn't help me. Yeah, well, that's literally where I'm at. Okay. That did literally nothing for me.
Speaking of random things I'm looking at, Jeriah, did you see they killed Sonic?
I did see that.
They just killed him.
I was curious to look at that and see what that was going to be. I didn't.
You want me to tell you what genre it is?
Oh, I know that it's a interactive novel thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought it would probably be very funny to look at. I just didn't do it.
It actually does seem to. Maybe we could just do it on a stream randomly. I haven't actually done it yet.
Oh, really?
No, because I was very busy that day. Yeah, that was by busy. I mean, I was so fucking tired after finishing my animation that I didn't have energy to do anything.
I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember this part. This is the part
Yeah.
where the kid and he ran.
And they'll kill you.
Yeah, so I can't be over there.
I was glad when that animation finished, though. It was pretty good. I bet if you watched it, you didn't understand any of it.
I did. I liked the animation, but I didn't understand a fucking thing. I was like, I guess this is a parody of something.
It is. Robbie also didn't know what it was a parody. I don't blame you this time. It's a parody of something that's almost 15 years old.
Okay.
So.
Plus, you know how much I don't like references. You need a thing?
Where's the ghost man? Where's Babadook?
Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
Because didn't he want a doll? Am I like false memory myself? Am I gaslighting myself?
I don't know. It has been 2 weeks, so I just remember zero about this game. I'll be honest.
Jeriah quits this game because he just can't remember.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Starts another game.
No, if I end up having to quit this game, it's your turn. It's your turn. It's just not. We're not doing that. Not going back.
It'll be funny because my game will probably be 3 streams and then I'm done again.
It's like I did this puzzle art.
Yeah. I don't blame you for quitting Ninja Gaiden, especially after the last stream we did of it.
Yeah, that game was disappointing.
That was just bullshit. The funniest part of that stream was me reading all the games that came out the same year.
Yeah, and just be like, oh man, Ninja Gaiden was garbage, wasn't it?
Yeah, like everything was like, it's the best game of the year. It's like Half-Life 2 came out the same year.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I mean, there's only so many places you can walk, surely.
You would think, right? Like, eventually I would just have to find the right place.
Maybe you should see an exit to another location ticket this time, because I don't think you have.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the dead end.
Yeah. Yes, that certainly was.
You still can't jump.
Still can't jump. Still really want to, though. You need a doll.
Me when I played
I'm
Twilight
doing a
Princess
survey
after
for the
playing
Upper
Breath of the
Class
Wild.
Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have
He's
only
just
one
gonna
more
make you
Oh,
do
he's
the
just
thing
gonna-
again.
You
Oh,
think
yeah.
did
Oh,
it-
shit.
Hooray! Oh no, you chose a different answer. That's gonna have ramifications going forward.
I finished a quest, apparently.
What?
Yeah, I was skipping through the dialogue. I don't know what happened.
This...
Maybe if I talk to you, I'll finish another one of my
It's
dozen
funny.
quests.
Your little friend up there reminds me of something. He seems so small and quiet, but a memory somewhere is whispering to
Did
me
you
that
you
he's
threw
so...
the die
Oh,
on the
what's
thing?
the
What did that
word?
open?
It made the
yes,
giants
I
fight, and it opened
remember
that path
now.
going down.
Dangerous.
Right.
He's brimming with power.
And then we
isn't
found
he?
it all.
The
What if you throw
power
it
to
again?
reshape the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Ready to blow. Just waiting for the
Buffoon
trigger.
says, keep going left until you go into a circle, then go right.
What were we talking
If you
about
just
again?
hug the wall left, if it looks the same, hug that wall right.
I cannot throw my dice again.
Well,
What if I go down this path? It opened this path. I must have to go down this path.
maybe. Did we not?
We did. But there's got to be something else I didn't see here, right?
But what if we went down it better?
Yes.
Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, we've been the sword bridges.
But have we gone down here? I ask because I genuinely don't remember.
I don't know. All the level looks the same. I'm gonna be quite frank.
Does we have gone down here? Did that big fight?
There's Emo, Kid, Arthur, that Stout, or whatever.
Duke's Domain, Old Dungeon, the Baroness Domain. Talk to that guy. Went down here. Lots of things. We got the doll. Did another path open up or something?
What if you get in the cage?
I'm willing to try.
Am I gonna have to look up a walkthrough for Lost in Random?
Yeah, man, maybe. Maybe you will.
I'll get it open just in case.
Just let me know if I'm missing something dumb.
Guide for Lost in Random. Oh god, it's just text.
Wants me to chill.
Okay, the cutscene, you can walk down the... Did we talk to someone when we went down that path?
Yeah.
Did you use Dicey on a pad down there?
No?
This guy's so hard, there's no pictures. I was like, as if it says, well, if you're lost, then you're about half of the game's title.
We finally made it happen.
We got lost in random.
Oh, I didn't go left.
There you go.
I figured it out.
Was that Tea Time Molly or whatever, or was that a new person? Oh, well, now you get to fight.
Do I get to fight? I don't get to fight.
Oh, there's a person there.
Oh, I got it. I know how puzzles work. Yeah. Did it.
Y'all.
All right, figured out that very difficult thing. That was definitely a puzzle and not just the video game.
Your Grace.
I would argue that is in fact a puzzle,
It
yeah.
must be my bloody sister, the Baroness.
Puzzles don't have to be hard.
It's fair.
Sliding block puzzle is a puzzle.
The worst type of puzzle.
I don't understand that. That genuinely, like, I don't think they're like that difficult, but it's crazy to me how much people hate them.
They're so annoying. They're just so annoying. No matter what game they're in, they just completely stop the entire pace of that game. Just grinds to a fucking halt, no matter what game it is.
It's just so funny, like that in particular, though. None of the other like puzzles that break a pace, though. No one ever talks about anything but the sliding block.
Name another puzzle that breaks pace. That's in every fucking puzzle thing.
Monogram.
I don't know what that is.
It's the one where you have to like make a little picture out of a bunch of squares. I find that in a lot of games.
That is what I think people mean by
Sudoku?
sliding block puzzle. Because that's what I mean by sliding block puzzle.
No, like it's a grid, and it like gives you numbers, and that's how many spaces you have to fill in.
Oh. I don't know what that. I don't think that's in anything I've ever played.
where the thing where you have to just click the button that's the right color. Simon Says that's in a lot of puzzle games.
Everything he does
Simon
is so
Says is fine.
grounded and normal.
Why is that one fine in Sliding Block Puzzle isn't?
Because Simon Says is at least
Normal to
fast.
go even crazier.
Is it? I think they're slower than the sliding block puzzle. Maybe I'm just better at sliding block puzzles than the average
I
person.
think that's the case.
Maybe it's one of those things where I don't realize it's an issue because I don't have any trouble with it.
Truly regret our leadership. I deny it. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're.
I don't know, because what I remember it most in is it's in Wind Waker, and you get to the rich person palace.
And it's our time to fight and
haven't played Wind Waker in so long.
It's so great and normal.
I would say that's about halfway through the game. You do a sliding block puzzle, and I liked it. I like a lot of the mini games in Zelda, regardless.
I think you might just like Zelda. Never Breath of the Wild.
I definitely do. I like Breath of the Wild. It's just like I don't need more of it. I'm not gonna ever. I don't think I'll ever want to play Ocarina again.
You're an open world hater.
Yes, I am adamantly a hater of open world. They're too long. And I think that it's a plague on the game industry how everyone wants everything to be an open world, even though some types of video games just do not benefit from being open world.
Some games do not. I think Borderlands being an open world game, for the most part, hurts it more than anything else.
I think a lot of games with that much focus on random elements kind of get hurt by it. What are the games with open world? You know, I say that, I guess I did play the Zelda open world game, the Pokemon Arceus. That one's fun.
Pokemon Arceus?
Yeah, it's one of the 3 Pokemon games that released last year.
Oh.
It was the one that was like open world and in the past.
Oh, people loved that.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I think it was one of those things where I was towards the end I was tired of it though. But
Sure.
That's just open world games for me.
Sword, bow. This little hand to smack the guy.
What other games have gone open world? I see a lot of people saying they want Pikmin open world, and that sounds god awful.
What would you do with that?
Exactly. Like, the benefit of Pikmin is the fact that it is very small, confined spaces, because it makes it easier to explore.
Yeah.
Like, how would you make it open world? And the biggest thing is you just make big map, but like Pikmin doesn't benefit from having a large map.
I could see how you could do Pikmin open world, but I don't know why you would want to, I guess is my...
You could do it, I don't think it would be good.
You could make it good. I think you just have to
I guess,
change
let me
the...
rephrase. I don't think it would be as good as the other Pikmins.
Oh.
Because like I think like you're saying, you have to concede a lot to make it.
I wouldn't say you have to
happen.
concede a lot. I would just say you would just have to have a very plain day-night cycle kind of thing.
Right, but how does that work with the rocket ship stuff that you have to do in Pikmin, where you have to get back to your rocket ship and not lose a bunch of stuff?
I would say it would probably be like when night comes, you get tired or something like that. Probably what I would do.
I feel like
you
that
end up losing
is
your
still
stuff, and your
different.
Pikmin have to carry you home instead of carrying the stuff.
Right, but then don't you have to just kind of like the issue is like the idea of the vague core of Pikmin is the centering around the rocket.
Sure.
So,
So
like,
you
I
only
think
have
it's
so
very-
many days, right? And it's a big giant open world, and you got to do your thing.
I get, but like, how do you get? If it's an open world, it's a big map. So like, the issue is how do you incorporate? I mean, the answer is probably you would just have to do a completely different system. But I don't think you could properly incorporate the rocket because the farther you get from the rocket, the harder it would be to get back.
Well, yeah,
especially
that's
on
why
a
you would-
time
you
limit.
would have your day-night cycle.
Well, Pikmin already has a day and night cycle, basically.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't change a whole lot, really.
I guess I'm just not seeing what you're seeing there.
So, like, it would be a day-night cycle, right?
Sure.
So during the day, you have to go out and you collect your things. At night, you're forced back to your base. Let's say you have a base. And you have to collect things to build up that base, and you have to build that base to build the rocket. Let's say the game gives you 90 days or something like that. And every day during the daytime is 25 minutes. So every level you have a 25-minute time limit. You don't have to spend all 25 minutes, but you can spend all 25 minutes if you... That's probably something I would do with it. Like that.
I guess I have to see. I feel like that does end up getting kind of far away from what a lot of Pikmin is, especially like obviously 25 is just a number you kind of just pulled out, but like that's such a long time, and I think a lot of that kind of messes
a big, giant
with
open world that you have to explore everything and like solve puzzles throughout the thing. Maybe you have to solve part of the puzzle one day, and then you have to go back and solve the rest of the puzzle the next day, so you can get to the thing on the third day. Like, there's stuff you could do with it. I just don't know. It would make it better. I don't think it would make it worse, but I don't think it would make it better.
it definitely wouldn't make it better. I think that's the biggest one I hear people, probably because there's a new Pikmin game coming out soon.
Yeah.
Well, people always said Pokemon, but they kind of did do that, and it worked fine. They tried it in the main series, and that game's a buggy mess that sold a bajillion copies.
Yeah, so they're just going to do that for 1,000 years now.
Yeah, because people don't care, and if you complain, you're bad and a terrible person.
Yeah, why are you being such
and
a
you
bad
hate
person?
children.
It's your fault for hating children.
It's true. How dare I hate children? Also, I haven't been reading. Zafun saying what Simon Says. Simon Says is fast, but the speed can be annoyingly slow. Yeah,
That's true.
I honestly dislike Simon Says a lot more because it's a thing you explain a lot where, like, I know the answer, I just have to kind of wait to get my turn to do it.
Yeah, that's true. True.
Which, like, I don't think Simon, like, I don't dislike all of Simon Says. I think it breaks the pace a lot more than a sliding block puzzle. And I think some of that is, again, because, like, I'm decent at sliding block puzzles. I can do them fine. But Simon Says, like, I'm at the game's pace. There's nothing I can really do.
Yeah, no, you just have to remember the thing.
Yeah. Like, ultimately, you can't get better at Simon Says. You could just memorize.
Maybe memorization is just being better, though.
Right, but there's not anything you can do.
No,
like,
no, you're either
besides
just...
that. Like,
that's not what I wanted to do at all, actually.
yeah, you just do it. It's just that's what you do.
Yeah, no, you either are good at Simon Says or you are not, and that's it.
Seriously, I feel like now that I think about it, those are like the two biggest puzzles in games.
Simon Says and sliding puzzles.
In sliding block puzzle, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like color matching, but that's one where it's like, what counts as a puzzle?
The term puzzle is used quite loosely, I will say, for Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Uh-huh.
I think hard pressed to call anything in those games puzzles at this point.
I would say the inventory is kind of a puzzle.
That's really only in 4. Well, I think they bring that back in 8 a bit.
I was gonna say, that's one of the most interesting parts about me. We talked about how I don't really like save being tied as a resource. I like the space, how it deals with that. But I think I just kind of like that as just a video game concept. I've seen it done in a lot of them.
Yeah.
And like it in almost all of them.
Yeah, no, that's a fun thing. It becomes moot after a certain point, but it's fun.
Probably.
You're here to kill me, aren't you?
Excuse me.
I'm here
Yeah,
to
here to kill me.
To die?
Make the player do a mega Sudoku puzzle.
Stop, I want to help end this war.
Bah! War has Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl?
Once? Where do you think I just came from?
I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper,
I can go to assassin school.
have been in battle every day. In
You
my
did go to
mind.
assassin school. You got through half of Ninja Gaiden.
You're right, you're right.
You're being rude. Oh, you're being rude so that I'll think no assassin would draw attention to themselves with such rudeness and then kill me.
It's true. But I'm not an assassin.
Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth.
Wait, that's not what you said?
If I promise not to assassinate you, will you tell me how I can end this war?
End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up.
Is there anything you need, Count?
What do I need?
A
Everything!
nice hot soup.
My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped.
Oh, I got Count Shmoo.
Nishka,
You did
the
it.
only one I could trust besides my father. She
Unless
disappeared
that
when he was
isn't Count
killed,
Shmoo.
But you're in no shape
I have
to
Count Shmoo the
replace her,
third.
child.
Yeah, he wants the first one.
Nishka was your bodyguard too?
She was the whole
You know who
family's
that is.
bodyguard.
Yes.
She was great. Or so I
We're
thought.
learning.
She let one of us, not me, kill my father.
You know what happened to the murder weapon?
Of course. Obviously, I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me?
No.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Who's Count Shmoo?
The third of his name, yes. He was
Oh, I have
stolen
him.
from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like
Well,
a
what if you
son,
misread it
but
and
I
was
haven't
Count
been able to
Shmoo
see
the
him
fourth?
since he was taken.
Because
Do
like
this for me,
the
and
lines
I
on the V
shall
got erased.
give
You're
you
right, you're right. It
something.
could have happened.
Hmm? How do you like
Say
that?
the lines as if the V isn't entirely lines.
Nishka, your bodyguard is alive. Will you come with me and visit her?
Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll
Assassination.
never happen.
No breathing.
Okay, so...
So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you.
I'll give you $2.
Something that sparks a memory for Nishka.
Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
Deal.
Yeah, you found
Count was an odd
stupid
duck.
thing too.
Yeah.
Paranoid duck too, come to think of it.
That's something I like in games. If you found it, they're like, holy shit, how'd you get that? Alright, I'll take it, thanks.
Yeah, I like when games do that too.
And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in
This game didn't do that though.
This game,
Here's your
this
Shmoo or
game,
whatever.
Oh, Shmoo!
this game really wants you
You're
to
back!
hear all the
You
dialogue.
laughable little
It does. That's
scamp.
kind of most of the
I
game,
should
really.
scold you. You had me worried to death. Oh, but
At
I'm
least it lets you
mad at
skip
that face.
dialogue.
It's true, yeah. Here you go.
Why, the card makers
I do want to
come
replay
You're back home
Wind
again.
Waker,
You've done good here today,
but
little child.
the
You've
thought of
shown
having to
my
watch all the
Shmoo to
stupid
me.
cutscenes I've already
Which is
seen.
just about the
Yeah,
exact
they're really
opposite of
annoying.
assassinating me. I'm forever in your debt. And now let me give you this finger. It's yours.
I
love
just
Pink
am.
Finger.
You can uncover the truth
Whoa.
of my father's murder.
He got fingered.
His name Freddy? Where's the finger from exactly?
The crime scene. One of my servants found it there.
You hate that movie,
It's
right?
Long since replaced by a battlefield, but go on, take it.
Yes.
Carry it with pride.
It took you a bit to get there. So are there things you like about it? I'm taking.
When I was young, I used to think that it was very funny. But I know that my young brain was very dumb, so I bet it's not very funny.
When was the last time you watched it? Then
Ooh.
20 years? Is that movie 20 years old? I don't think it is. Is that from like 06?
I must have been 13 or 14. I had to have been 13 or 14, I think.
Yeah, so like back in the 1970s. Got it.
Yep. Dark Pinky, a shriveled Pinky radiating evil. Would this trigger memory in Nishka? Only one way to find out. Nishka!
Mushka, Mickey Mouse.
Where are you? Where's Nishka?
She's all the way back in the main thing. So, Richard, poor.
Roll my dice.
Dude. I was trying to. I thought you told me once that you hated that movie, but maybe it was another. What is his name? Tom Green.
Tom Green, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's another Tom Green movie you were telling me you hated.
No, that's the one. He only got one shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he like popular for?
Tom Green show.
Because like he was. Oh, okay. I was gonna say he was in everything for a while.
He was. The Tom Green show was a huge hit. He did parodies of Eminem stuff.
Eminem, like the rapper or the candy?
The rapper.
Okay.
Made fun of him openly. Everybody did at the time though, because Eminem.
Yeah, that's not much.
Yeah, Eminem was the guy to make fun of because he was just like,
yeah.
Man, he sure does hate his mom.
Look at this guy telling us his raw feelings in an art form. We should make fun of him.
Well, that's what they did. So.
I look a lot about like old stuff. I'm like, man, people suck.
Yeah.
Especially in the 2000s.
He had a
what was with the 2000s it being really racist, homophobic, sexist, mean-spirited, awful?
You know, I think it was just in the air. He did the very famous "My Bum Is On Thee" song, where he did a video where he was in a superhero outfit, and then he would put his butt on stuff, and he would say, "My bum is on the whatever his bum was on." So his bum was on cheese, or his bum was on a boat.
Poor Even.
His bum was on a nose.
Hello, Even.
Yes, his bum was on a nose, I believe, actually, a big giant nose. But it was my bum is on the cheese. My bum is on the cheese. It was that's what it was. That's all the song was.
You know, this sounds like the 2000s to a T.
Yep. How do you know my name?
You're not asking the right questions.
My bum is on my name.
Are you okay?
You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters.
Girl?
The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Freedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, unlike you.
Oh, man.
I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me?
So that's what he did, huh? He just...
Yeah, he was a comedy guy. What did it look like?
That's not important.
If it wouldn't get us a
them.
weird copyright
After
strike,
all,
I would 100%
me.
play "My Bum Is On the Whatever" song.
You describing it, I feel like I did watch it back
Yeah.
early YouTube days before copyright.
Yeah.
I missed those days.
Famously, the studio
If you
wanted
find
him to
them,
make
tell
a
them to meet me at
very
the safe spot, over by the
kind of
sword
raunchy
bridges.
studio kind of comedy kind of
Find us
thing.
there once we're all gathered,
And
I
he
will
said
have
no.
something for you.
he was like, I'm gonna do art. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, and he did, and it flopped hard.
And that was Freddy Got Fingered?
That was Freddy Got Fingered.
I think I only know one scene of that, and that's the "Daddy, do you want some sausage?"
That's the only scene that anybody remembers
You'll
from that
find us
movie.
among the
Actually,
teapots,
2 scenes. There's
the
another one
trenches,
where
and
he shows off his drawing of a character he wants to make, and then when the guy's like, well, you know, I'm not really, and then he puts the gun in his mouth.
Yeah, that's Freddy Got
That's the
Fingered.
scenes. Interesting.
I think Robbie has some nostalgia for it, so maybe he'll be like, no. He'll be like a staunch defender and be like, no. We need to watch Freddy Got Fingered for the podcast. We're gonna watch Dark Knight Return or Dark Knight Rises, and then we're watching Freddy Got Fingered, double feature.
And then as he's like watching it so he can get notes and stuff, he's like, hey guys, can we you know, my copy exploded actually. What if we did a different movie? Hey, look, Under the World.
Yeah, oh sure. I met the Count.
You have? Describe him to me.
He sees assassins around every corner, which at least means he's always fully prepared to avoid being assassinated.
That's just logical of him. Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior.
I'll continue my quest and return to you.
Terrific.
I thought you were Shmushka or whatever. Oh no, you're Tea Time Tootsie.
No,
Who's
no,
Shmushka?
Nishka's at the main area next to the bell.
That's up here.
Is it?
I think so. I think I'm learning this area a little bit. We're gonna find out.
I should really read the chat participant saying you gave him his precious and he gave you the finger.
Are you Nushka?
That's
What
Nushka.
were we talking
Nushka, there we go.
about again?
Yep. I have this pinky from the Count.
That finger. It reminds me of something.
Reminds
It
me
was
of
the
the
fight
babe.
with the king, and he, and I, and
babe?
we.
Babe with the power.
I'm afraid it's gone.
Is this
But it's
another
become
Tom Green
clearer.
song?
Bring me more. I
No,
need
it's from the
more to
Labyrinth,
remember.
actually. The power of hoodoo. You do what? Remind me of the babe. I have another item to show you, do
What
I?
were we talking about again?
It's
I do not.
Do I
two
need more?
fingers.
I did not have an
Why did he give you that option?
That's a great question.
This is an interesting game. There's a lot of interesting choices they made.
That is a
I
nice way to
don't
put it.
I don't want to like, because they definitely were ambitious, and honestly, they did really well with probably whatever they had to do.
I wonder how long this was in development.
I'm gonna guess 5 years at minimum. Let's see. I mean, we might not actually find an answer.
Might
But
not. I remember seeing it E3 though for a while. Oh, like it was at least at 2 E3s before it actually came.
Boston Random first trailer movie. That's okay. This is all from the year it came out. I don't want that one. I want like the early stuff.
I mean, maybe it didn't have as much of a build-up as I remember. I remember
Maybe
really looking
not.
forward to this game though.
And then you just played it now.
And I just played it now. That happens. That happens a lot.
I mean, as you get older, you're like, oh, I can't wait for that game to come out. And someone's like, that came out like 3 years ago. You're like, what?
Yeah, actually.
There's a joke in the indie game industry where people are like, half of indie games you buy are just to support the developer. You don't actually get to play them. It's probably higher than that. It's probably like 80% is the joke, but
Busy, man. We're busy in this world.
mm-hmm.
I'm putting as much time as I possibly can into RE4 Remake. I'm still so far away from beating that game. Because I just don't have a lot of fucking time.
I've been playing a bunch of games I haven't actually liked all that much.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
I just been on a pretty bad streak. Like I've been, you can always tell when if you look at my like reviews because I've learned to start reviewing almost every game I've played. But like my reviews are like keep alternating one positive and one negative.
Liked this one, didn't like this one, liked this one, didn't like this one.
I tried the Shovel Knight dig, and I did end up returning that one because it just wasn't what I wanted.
Didn't dig it, huh?
Alright. Haha. No, it's a roguelike, but I think the roguelike elements aren't very interesting.
Apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake
Like, I just didn't feel like much reason to keep going after about an hour.
Oh, how delightful.
It happens.
It does.
It looks so good, though. I'm sad that it's not that fun to play. It genuinely looks amazing.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion.
People, what?
Have chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself. Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show.
I also just played a random breakout game I found and it wasn't very good.
I've been playing a Match 4 game. It's like Microsoft's Match 4 Jewel or something like that. Because every day you play it, you get 30 reward points.
Uh-huh.
You just play one level. It takes maybe like a minute or two. And you just get 30 points from it. And then if you do it 7 days in a row, you get another 100 points.
Nice.
It's fine. Like, it just does nothing for me. But it's getting me points.
You could be like me and just use Bing and get free money.
I do that as well, actually.
Ah, there you go.
Of the whole, like, year and a half... Actually, a year. I think it's been about a year of having an Xbox. Again, I've only spent I've only paid for 3 months of my Game Pass for all of that.
That's fair. A lot of the Switch games I own are because I got money from the Bing rewards.
Nice. Don't tell anyone, but I'm actually a oneer.
Oh, I most certainly will not. Anything to break up the tedium of war and these endless parties. Why, you may be our only hope, dear. My brother Arthur. You remind me of him. He was a soldier, and I see the same determination in your eyes, child. Oh, I do.
Oh dang! The Five Nights at Freddy's movie got a release date.
Did it really?
You'll never guess around when it comes out.
Is it 1 week before Halloween?
It's 4 days before Halloween.
Wow!
Who could have guessed?
That's crazy. I think I've met him. He misses you too.
Well, dear, aren't you a ray of sunshine on a rainy day? My only brother, still out there? Thank you. You've raised this old fool's spirits.
You did it. You made him happy.
Woo! I completed a quest that I didn't know I had.
That one might have been hidden from you.
So I'm just gonna roll my dice. Fuck it, why not? Couldn't hurt, right?
What else? What else are we really doing? You know?
Yeah.
We're just walking around in circles. I still have not found much about Lost Arena, but let me.
Like, I don't think this game, like, flopped or, like, did incredibly well. I think it just...
Yeah, I think it just did.
Yeah, I think it was just, like, completely fine.
I think it's one of those games that's gonna just be seen as a hidden gem later down the line.
Yeah, maybe. I'll say... I'm... maybe halfway through? I don't think I'm even halfway through, actually, if I'm being fair.
Let's see.
And I could use some different combat going on.
Yeah, I was feeling like that was happening.
Yeah. Fine, I'm
Okay,
even.
No.
Okay, I'm finding stuff from Lost in Random, all dating back to 2019.
That's not that bad.
That seems to be when they first announced it, which... Let's see if... It's hard to tell, but because I don't see much video, but if that's when they announced it, they probably were pretty far.
Yeah. So I think it came out like 2020 or 2021, right?
2021, it looked like, yeah.
Yeah.
So Robbie just saying, hey, kind of flew out of the radar, also the computer's back up and running. Yeah, kinda. We had to really lower the graphics.
Well, the resolution doesn't let us do anything with the graphics.
Yeah. If we could just lower the particles,
that would
then
help.
It would be fine.
That'd be great. Turns
Also,
out we really need a graphics card soon.
Yeah. Sam says, I remember when this game was announced. I don't.
How you address a superior.
I feel like I saw Yahtzee review it when it came out, and that's probably it.
I remember being very hyped for it at E3, which means it must have been announced 2019 because that was the last E3. Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam.
Said EA Play in 2019, so
yeah.
Run along.
I think that was E3 actually. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that E3 is probably just done.
Oh, it's absolutely done. It's never coming back.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You're the spitting image of an
That's just wild to
unskilled
think.
laborer.
Like,
Perhaps a chimney
after
sweep.
what, like 15 years?
think like 21 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're the spitting image of a jerk.
Well, I'm
Ooh.
Oh, I have to be nice to you.
Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled
I wish to speak to the Duke
laborer.
about the war.
Perhaps a child. No. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example,
Oh, Robbie
I
says
am
never heard of it
addressed
until a few
as
months ago,
my
and that's
most
fair regarding the
esteemed
graphics.
lady. And the Duke is Your Imperial Majesty.
Right, it's all crazy
Lord
because he has to buy a
of
new one now.
Freedom. Without the right
Unfortunate.
titles, none of us can possibly be expected to respond to you. It's a
Let's get a 50-80, you know?
Robbie, you should in Discord just like pop the whatever card. I think it was RTX 2060. But you should like just put that into the Discord.
You should, and then because Jeriah doesn't turn off his notification, it'll notify him
Yeah.
on stream.
Yep. You always end up hearing it in the stream. It's very funny.
I don't know why it does for you, because OBS automatically does that for me. Like, it'll automatically make it so Discord won't ping.
Really?
Why, you might
Yeah.
as well be dressed in rags.
Maybe it was a setting on Discord I turned on and didn't know.
What brings you
But,
here?
I'm seeking an audience with the Duke.
Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in
Oh, I
conversation.
hate all these people.
You must always curtsy first.
Like this.
Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly
want a slight
when a
boob
lady
at the
goes
end.
down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here.
I'm seeing so much about the Barbie movie.
Oh,
It looks so weird, man.
It looks so dumb. I'm debating if I want to see it. Like, it looks so dumb, I think it'll be good.
I want to see it. It looks so
Oh.
weird and strange. I want to see it.
Oh, man. I might go with you when you do. And Liz probably won't want to see it, and it will just be two dudes going to the Barbie movie.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Robbie says that way you can just download a new graphics card. No, that way I don't forget which graphics card it is.
So that Jeriah can download more RAM.
So do you think this distraction is working? Distraction? This performative opulence, all here to distract from the horrors of endless war. But I am forgotten. I don't expect I shall ever forget. And every day, here we are, celebrating, dining like gluttons, pretending nothing's wrong, as if the world wasn't better before our lord was assassinated. And if the queen really is so all-powerful, why doesn't she fix this? Why does she allow this war to continue? Oh, I speak out of turn. Forgive me, darling. You needed to mention this conversation to any of your little friends, yes? Of course. What a lovely girl. Oh, I need to get something out of you? Good grand question.
No. That means you probably... Or do you have to give them something?
Excuse me, but I think I met your cousin, the bell ringer? Oh my gosh, yes! I haven't seen him since this dreadful war began. He just wants you to know he's thinking of you. He misses you. I miss him too. One day that old family bell will ring again. And that will be the end of this foolish war. I thought I'd love eating cakes all day, but sometimes when you get what you want, you realize you didn't want it at all, and then all you want to do is go home.
You realize she can't have her cake and eat it too.
I finished that quest that the world just gave to me immediately and then didn't tell me why I had it.
Sam says my boss bought tickets to see D&D and Mario movie back to back. Jeriah kind of did too. It sounds like.
Well, I mean, D&D and then be seeing some Mario very soon. Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. 2 days.
No, in 2 days.
Yeah. D&D. I'm gonna say it was just super fun. If you are fine with like that Marvel kind of humor, then it is a totally good fun time that you really don't have to think hard about.
It's honestly, I kind of want to see it because I think a D&D movie would be cool, and I'm glad there's going to be something that's not a superhero movie in that kind of vein.
Yeah, like I honestly, I think that is kind of what people are liking about it, is that like it's a very Marvel-y type of like very fun. It's early Marvel, I should say. It feels like very
Yeah.
early Marvel stuff instead of what Marvel is right now.
Not super early Marvel. I'm gonna say super early Marvel is kind of boring.
Well, you might not like this.
I don't know. I remember falling asleep during Iron Man.
Oh man, Iron Man's so good.
I've tried to rewatch Avengers and I can't. It's just
This
the first
gave me
Avengers.
so many Avengers vibes.
Uh-oh, maybe I won't like it then, yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot eventually, but I don't know. I say that I'm not gonna watch a movie on my own. I never do.
No, it'll just depend on if I show it to you.
Yeah, the closest is watching Better Call Saul.
Man, so good. Liz is watching that right now.
Yeah, they finally announced they're gonna have season 6 come out on Netflix.
Yeah, Liz is watching it right now. I'm so excited to have at least one other person in my life to just talk about this show with.
Yep, no other people watched it.
Nobody that I talked to.
I did finish season 1, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yesterday, in fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here,
It's pretty good.
Escorted to destination. Sam says D&D was really fun, and that's coming from someone that's not really learned on D&D lore.
I don't think there really is D&D lore. D&D just is fantasy. Like
no, there's
that.
There's super D&D
Soup,
lore.
soup in it.
There is tons and tons of D&D lore.
Fair enough. I don't know. A lot of like maybe it's just like some of my like general kind of osmosis of a lot of it. It just does feel like a lot of that's just kind of been incorporated in everything to the point where I don't feel like any part of it's specific, but I also didn't watch the D&D movie. Maybe I would need to hear some of it.
As somebody who has played Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, it was insane to like understand references about Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate in there.
That's Skyrim.
No.
Better Call Saul's pretty good. Can't wait for like 3 weeks from now when I start the second season.
What are your thoughts on it so far?
I like a lot about it. It's definitely a different vibe, like you were saying.
Yes, super is. Super.
I can't say yet whether or not it's inherently better or worse than Breaking Bad for me, because it's just kind of, right now, it's like, this is different. Sure. The characters are great, obviously. I mean, that's always been some of the best parts about Breaking Bad is the characters, so not surprised there. I like a lot of how random things ties together. I like learning more about Saul himself, especially like the Slip and Jimmy stuff's really fun.
Oh, man, him as Jimmy is so good. Oh, apparently this is just open for more quest stuff.
Yeah. The stuff with Marco was really interesting to go back, especially like learning it's been 10 years since he lived back in his hometown.
Yeah.
And well, Sam's saying you want to watch Better Call Saul. All right, I'm gonna do a slight spoiler, guys. So like mute for like a minute or two, probably. Man, the shit with Chuck was so heart wrenching.
Yeah, everything with Chuck is super hard to watch.
Where like you could see how Jimmy was really just trying to better himself and just taken back down by Chuck, never believing him and like constantly sabotaging him because he's scared of what Jimmy would be.
Yeah.
Because he never views him as anything but Slippin' Jimmy.
Yep. Yeah.
God.
It's man.
Man.
Oh, so good. Okay.
It is. But
as I curtsy.
Yes.
Begging your forgiveness.
So.
Begging for a slice of your cake. You fancy person.
I am even of one craft, wielder of dice, and I'm also a princess. I may introduce myself with the utmost humility and respect. I am even.
Ooh, could be either.
Well,
I don't think you're supposed to let him know you have dice, though.
Respect around here. Well met, Lady Eve.
You did it.
I did it.
You finished another quest.
Rightful ruler of freedom today.
Can you tell me about Nishka?
Our old bodyguard.
Nushka?
Heavens, what is
Mickey
there left to
Mouse?
say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price.
We were talking before the stream how it's really hard to do like the Scooby laugh.
She's alive. Will you visit her with me?
Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare. You understand?
Do you think this is a reference to something, Jeriah? All the cake and English-looking dictators and
Nothing comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if there's anything about cannibalism though. Could you give me something to show her to help her remember?
No, out of the question. I have only your word.
Here, take my middle finger.
And we've just become
Sam says, "Oh, there's actually voice acting for this one."
gay.
Yeah, there's voice acting for like most of the characters in this.
Yeah, just sometimes they're.
Yeah.
Most cutscenes have voice acting, I would say, like actual cutscenes.
Yeah. Extreme value if you will in turn do me a favor first.
What?
There is a portrait of me here. Certainly, you've noticed
Give me
my
a
beauty,
chicken.
my handsomeness,
I'm
my
famished.
regal demeanor. I am there with my father, his favored child. However, part of the painting is missing. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgia. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded.
I have some more questions. I really don't, though. Probably should ask them.
What is the point of having that be an option if it's the only option?
Yeah. Where can I find the painting you want again? I wasn't paying attention.
In the nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
On the Count's land. I'm sure that
Nostalgia.
wicked brother of mine
Oh,
lives
yeah.
there.
It
And
actually
will
was.
prove that I was always father's favorite.
I don't care about you.
God, it says updating phone to Android 13 was a mistake. It's really fighting me watching Twitch. Yeah. The more they update phones, the more they don't check which ones should it be allowed to update.
Should probably update my phone.
I usually update mine to a new phone. I think I've had 5 phones in my life.
Not bad, not bad. I've had... Let's see, I had my weird little thing that you went... typed on.
A Glock, I think that one's called.
Yeah, I think it was a Glock. Glock 19. No. I forget what it was. It wasn't a Sidekick. It was a different flippy kind of slidey phone. Super fun. Loved that phone. Had my terrible touch screen. Had my slightly better touch screen. Had Google Pixel 4 and then my 6.
Yeah.
5. I think I've had 5.
Let's see. Add random flip phone that was blue. What were they called? BlackBerry?
You had a BlackBerry?
Oh, what? Like with the keyboard, right?
Keyboard and had like the little ball on it.
No, then no. It like opened up like a laptop.
That might have been a Sidekick?
Maybe. For a while, I don't know how much I want to count this one because it was just a replace, like temporary, because I because I dropped that one and then got ran over by a bicycle. So I had like a temporary phone for a bit. Then I had the iPhone because my parents were kind of felt bad for me because my iPod Touch got stolen that I saved up to buy.
No.
Then Android something, or no, what's Samsung, whatever.
S8 or something, probably.
It's something, and then my Google whatever. So I've had a different, like, a different make for each of my phones.
Yeah, yeah. I've been Android the whole time.
And going forward, my choice of phone will be whichever one has a headphone jack.
So you're going real cheap phone, huh?
It's funny that I have to choose a cheap phone because I want a basic function.
It's not a basic function.
It is. There's no reason that they removed it.
'Cause water.
They could just do whatever the hell they do with their, like, plugs.
What if they couldn't, though?
I don't believe them, then.
I don't know. I'm fine with Bluetooth.
I'm not.
I, in fact, much prefer it.
Well, here's the crazy part about that, Jeriah. My phone with the headphone jack can still do Bluetooth, but a phone without a headphone jack can't do wired.
You have a point.
So,
Counterpoint, shut up.
My least favorite part was like Samsung was shitting on Apple when they took the headphone jack out, and then they immediately also took it out.
Yeah, of course they did. Gave them the opportunity. Why wouldn't they?
That's so dumb.
Everybody needs something.
Nintendo learned from their lesson when they tried to remove the headphone jack. They put it back in.
When did they try to remove a headphone jack?
Game Boy Advance SP.
Really?
Yeah, it has no headphone jack.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
I don't think you had one, but I have one, and I can guarantee you it has no headphone jack.
I had an SP. God damn it, the
Did
keys
you?
right here. Yeah, I had an SP.
Like the fold one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it didn't have a headphone jack.
Huh. Must have been just a shitty kid then, because I just remember always hearing my games full blast.
So, I mean, there's that. You could buy an adapter, so maybe you got one, but
I doubt I had an adapter.
I doubt it. I don't, like, Nintendo wasn't even the one who made the adapter. Like, just some people figured out how to make a headphone jack somehow.
Yeah, it's very unlikely I had that.
Yeah. Yeah, because, no, they didn't put a headphone jack in it for some reason.
Huh. Right.
Also, let's see.
back.
Robbie says 9th phone, S6 and Note 8 were both waterproofs and both had headphone jacks. So,
Go away with your science here, Robbie.
and Sam said have about like 5 phones. Yeah. My brother, I remember, had a lot of phones because he kept breaking his for a long time. Some weren't his fault. What I remember the most is it fell out of his pocket when he was on a roller coaster.
That sucks.
Which, like, that is like my biggest fear.
Yeah, that's awful.
Well, not my biggest fear, because I am in fact very afraid of roller coasters anyways.
Just
but,
the roller coaster in general is the biggest fear, really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's like a mix of a lot of my fears. Like, you go very high and you go very fast. Sam said didn't get first phone, which was a flip phone, until like 08. I think that's about when I got mine. It's weird to me thinking, like, because like having a flip phone is definitely different than like kids having like an iPhone nowadays.
Yeah.
Like my flip phone could text and make calls.
Yeah.
It could display 8 frames of a GIF.
How many frames do you need, though, really?
True. I remember one of my phones had the ability to play Burger Time. Like, I could buy Burger Time, so I remember buying it. And then they didn't tell you that it charged you to play it. Like, I had to buy the game, and then it charged me anytime I played it for however many minutes I played it for.
That's how they get you.
But they already charged me for the game!
Yeah, but now they want to charge you for the data to play the game.
It was just so dumb. It was Burger Time! What data was it using?
Does it have to keep up with all the scoreboards?
I don't think it did!
Well, it had to keep up with the being able to charge you more money.
Yeah. I was just sad, because then my mom was like, you gotta get rid of it, sorry. I'm like, oh.
Man, I was liking Burger Time.
Now I only have 7 other things that play video games. So, Robbie's saying dropped a wrench on one of his old phones and Jeriah found it rather funny.
I did. I do remember laughing at that a lot, but that's because I'm a bad person, is why that is.
Oh, man. Yeah. What is that? I remember loving that iPhone or iPod Touch for a long time. Played a lot of games on that.
There is a phone that you should learn about then.
iPhone it. Well, okay, my nostalgia was for the old App Store, which does not exist.
No, it does not.
In fact, you can't play most of the games I played back then.
No, they actually just don't work.
They either don't work or they got taken off. Angry Birds literally removed the classic version of Angry Birds because it was doing better than their new ones.
Nice.
So that was dumb. But yeah, a lot just don't work. The most is Jelly Car, which was one of the games I played. They just made a Steam version of that one, which was cool.
Jelly Car?
Yeah. You'll never guess what it was about.
I'm gonna guess Jelly Car.
Yep. It's just fun. It's like a puzzle side scrolling racing game, I guess is the best way to say.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, honestly. I mean, I have it. We could try it eventually one day. Maybe I do a weird random game extravaganza. Man, it's been a while since... Well, you still need to start your game, but it's been a while since we've done, like, the thing with all of us for that.
If I'm gonna play that game, it's gonna need video card, or I'm gonna have to do it off a console. Which it'll be Saturday, so doing console wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
We'll all be...
Actually, yeah, I couldn't do an extravaganza probably either without the better graphics.
Yeah. Some things that need to happen. Means I need to find some money under a mattress somewhere.
Well, you know, my dad, he maybe when he's not looking, I can distract him for a bit.
Ooh,
alright. Hey, Daddy, yo, you want to play Mario Strikers? He's been hounding me about that.
About playing Mario Strikers?
Yeah, he keeps talking about it. Neither of us own it, is the funny part. What? He just, like, wants me to buy it so he can play it a couple times.
Nice.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Robbie said, internet data on flip phones was highway robbery. It super was. It was fucked up. He says, can't be mad about Jeriah for laughing. It straight up was his fault. That's fair. And then Robbie, it's because Angry Birds laid less money than the microtransactions. So it boils down to corporate greed, and Sam's saying it always boils down to corporate greed.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, look at good old Nintendo over there, where every time a new console comes, they restart their virtual console.
Yep. Can't just roll that over.
No, and you can't just like let people keep them either.
That would be ridiculous.
No, if you bought a Wii virtual console game, well, you know, maybe you could get like $2 off of it if you want to rebuy it for the Wii U.
So dumb. I am really ready for you to give me a bow here, Deck.
No, you're lost in random.
You're right. It's my bad.
You didn't get one, huh?
Nope.
Well, you got another one of those tagged. I think you can't do it when you're in the
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I do genuinely have a bit of fondness for old iPhone games.
I never had an iPhone, so I do not.
Well, that's fair. I mean, iPod Touch for me, obviously, but
yeah.
Plants vs. Zombies was really fun. I could just buy that again. I could just play it.
I really like the third-person Plants vs. Zombies, actually.
Garden Warfare?
Yeah, I really like it.
I would not describe it as the third-person Plants vs. Zombies. It's a shooter when Plants vs. Zombies is not a shooter.
I don't know. Tomato, tomato.
I didn't get it because I like Plants vs. Zombies for being a cool little puzzle game, and that was a shooter. Listen, people did like that a lot, actually. I'm not going to say it's bad or anything. I'm just saying
fun.
that's not what I want for Plants vs. Zombies.
Me and Robbie, I think, genuinely put in like 80 hours into that first one or second one.
And you can't play it anymore, I don't think.
You can play the
I think
third
the
one.
servers. Yeah, but the third ones of those games are always the worst.
Yeah, from what I've heard. We haven't touched it yet, but I've heard it's not great. One half of the Duke's portrait, one piece of the puzzle, combining this with the second half, would shed light on the triplet's past.
What other? I mean, Angry Birds was pretty fun.
Simple.
Yeah. Interactive Buddy was just the Flash game I played on Saturday, but like a full game. It was the one where you beat up the little circle dude. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah.
Ooh, a
What
new
else
weapon.
did I have? Oh yeah, Where's My Water was a lot of fun too. Most of it, a lot of fun puzzle games. I mean, that's where the mobile games shined for the phones and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Summon a dreaded bloob that shrieks upon getting shot or hit. The shriek breaks all nearby crystals. It is removed from play after 30 seconds.
That doesn't sound very good.
But I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I have no need to put any new cards in my deck right now.
I mean, yeah.
That's kind of the annoying part with this, is like I have a build that functions perfectly fine, so there's no reason to do more.
Yeah. Oh, there he is, finally.
Yeah.
Burning daylight, even. And I don't.
And then he runs away as soon as you get near him.
We have a deal, Shadow Man.
Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here.
No, I'm not even. It's very warm.
Ending a war takes time, Shadow Man.
Let's hope it's time you have, young even.
Guys, it's cool. Alright. Wait, do I have to go back to Scooch or whatever her name is?
Scoobs. I don't know.
Jinky.
Mishka?
Mishka, yeah. Oh, no, I gotta come to person. I don't know, man.
Talking about old mobile games actually reminded me. They've cracked emulation on some of the oldest ones now.
Have they?
Yeah, specifically one that is the Monkey Ball game. That was one of the first App Store games.
Weird.
The reason was because the person who made the emulation watched the Monkey Ball remake go through all the games, and it skipped the iPhone game, and that was their first one. So they were very mad, but they couldn't play it anymore. So they created a whole emulation thing out of spite, basically.
Nice.
But it did that, and then the Crash racing game that was on mobile was another one that got figured out because of that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. It's just weird that there were all these licensed games that everyone was just trying.
Yeah, I mean, it was the new thing.
Yeah, that's true. You promised to give me something to help spark Nishka's memory.
Ah, well, I suppose I did. Even if the painting was a disappointment.
Even if the painting was a
Have this
disappointment.
worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility
Yes,
isn't
give me
as kind
$10.
as it is cake.
That's what rich people are like, I'm pretty sure.
What this person sounds like.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands.
Okay. Family portrait of Duke asked for, but in the end rejected. Surely this will help Nishka remember.
Ben was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that fateful night.
I feel like you should be good with just that portrait now. It shows them all equal.
Yeah, you would think. I'm gonna go to Nishka. Gets me close enough to Nishka. Oh, you have more things to say. I've met the Duke.
You have? Describe him to me.
Like the laziest person you ever met was somehow also the most powerful person you ever met. He wants to experience every aspect of life to the fullest, and I honestly can't fault him for that. He's soft and coddled. I'm amazed has lasted as long as he has, but inspires loyalty. Laziest, most powerful.
Incredible. Thanks. All this information helps my strategy.
You think this matters?
Nope. Not even a little bit.
I think the only choice we made that did anything was when we killed one of the two faces of that guy.
Yeah.
Even that didn't really change anything.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to carry forward to next chapter or anything.
It'd be so funny if he shows up in like the final level, be like, "Hey, you remember me?"
Well, I've regretted that, so I found a way to turn it back. So we're both here again.
Robbie say none of those games are as infamous as Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby, though. It just says, "What is Winnie the Pooh Home Run?" It's what I played on Saturday.
Part of what you played, anyway.
That's the longest game I think I played.
Yeah,
maybe Mario Crossover.
I was watching that archive of that stream. I was like skipping around, and I got to that, and I was watching it for like 15 minutes. I was like, "What the fuck? How long did E play this?" And I skipped ahead another 20, and you were still playing. I was like, "What the fuck, E?"
I wanted to get to Tigger. I was so close. I'm gonna bring it again. We're gonna do another Flash game day, and I'm gonna bring it back and try to beat it. I'm gonna grind off stream.
Of course. I've been to the Duke.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me this portrait.
Oh, that portrait of the children, the triplets, and their father, their poor father, the king.
You've been playing this for almost 2 hours.
Killed while
I've been lost most of the time. Let's be honest.
I can't remember. I need more.
He has to beat Owl. It's a matter of pride now. Kinda is.
I have another item to show you.
What were we talking about again?
I don't think you do.
I'll be back with more about what I do.
I need objects?
What?
I had the paintings.
You just gave her the painting.
Did I? I don't.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. That's what happened there.
I will say, in my defense with playing Winnie the Pooh the most, I beat all of the other games basically in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
My favorite was starting with the 3 Ed and Eddie games, each of which took me maybe 10 minutes.
Man, that first Ed and Eddie like racer one that you did, like the crash one, that brought back so many weird memories because I played a bunch of that.
Yeah, I generally think that's like I would like a like souped up version of that because I think the base is actually pretty fun.
Just brought me right back to being at my grandma's house at 3 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that feeling, by the way.
I'm gonna say almost all of like that was me and Robbie just having a bunch of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Me being like, they completely missed the point of Edda and Eddie. The characters don't act like this. It's like they didn't even watch the show. Oh man. That was
I got lost.
Yeah, that was a really a genuinely really fun stream. I would love to do that again.
It's fun to watch.
It'd be fun to have you on it too, so you could bring some of the ones you played.
Yeah, for sure. I would have to remember their names, but for sure.
If you give me a general description, I probably could find you it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless it's like, it was like that one where you like beat up a stick guy. That might be a little harder.
It was that one where you're like a paddle at the bottom of the screen.
That was a lot of fun. If done again, I'm gonna bring a bunch of more of Cartoon Network games I used to play.
We should definitely do a Trogdor the Burninator on.
We could just go to the Homestar Runner thing and play it on there, actually.
Yeah, but we should. All right, so I've been to the count. I've been to the Dukes. Or wait, no, I've been to the Baronesses and the Dukes.
You've been to the Duke. You did go to the Count because that's where you got the little doll and he gave you a finger. So you need to go to the Baroness.
Okay, Baroness, this way.
No, that's the Duke. That's not the way, I think.
No?
Because it didn't say to go right.
What does this say? Old Dungeon, Baroness's Domain, this way.
Okay, never mind. So Robbie's saying, forgot to recommend 7 Deadly Sins. I think he told me before the stream started, but yeah. I mean, I kind of dominated that one, other than sometimes Robbie would see something. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, sure. My favorite is the, like, after the Edda and Eddie ones where I just played a bunch of games for like 2 minutes and quit.
Yeah.
I like being like, oh yeah, Bowman, played 1 round. Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. Robbie's like, isn't it like 3 or something like that? I'm like, I don't know. Like, the fact that Robbie remembered that so well was like insane.
My favorite part about that, like, is that shit is like So if you get hit once, you lose because the AI is not gonna mess up.
Yeah. If you mess up at all, then you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of fun. Definitely one to bring back every now and then.
Yeah. I want to fight for glory. That's what war gives you, kid. It's the only way to get in. I'm gonna something. All 3 town will never forget the name. Pipkins.
I'm a chimney sweep.
Zap woo woo woo. Right on, little guy. Oh, by the way, did you know that the co-director and co-studio owner of the studio that made this game also did the beeps and boops for Dicey? E?
What?
Oh, did you not hear anything I said?
No, actually, it cut off.
Oh, did you know that the co-director of the studio and co-director of this game that made this game also does the beep and boop voices for Dicey?
Ah, interesting.
I only learned that because that person liked one of our Twitter posts about playing this game.
Hell yeah.
I know I won't forget Pimpkins.
Did we notify that we were going live?
I know I forgot something.
We're
great.
2 hours in. It's too late now.
It's way too late. Which side are you fighting on? Everyone says there's only one triplet who's in the war, but nobody agrees on who it is.
I'm fighting on my side.
I've talked to most people here in the trenches, and you know what the result was? A 3-way tie! So I'm kinda stuck, but wait a second. Single vote could break the deadlock. You tell me, who should I fight for? Do I join the Baroness's Iron Armies? The Count's insane strike force? The Duke's troops who are better fed than any others? Please, help me. Crazy cool Count.
Fight for Pip! Fight for Pip!
Oh, thank you. Second you said it, I knew it was what I wanted all along. Goodbye, and when you hear the name Pipkins again, it will be in glory. Pip looks so much like a Muppet from Dark Crystal, Sam says. Show, what a great show, the Dark Crystal show. Didn't watch the Dark Crystal show, actually.
The new one or the old one?
Well, there was a Dark Crystal movie, and there's a Netflix Dark Crystal show.
Right.
Are you okay?
I'm never better.
You're drunk.
Gonna die in battle.
I'm never brittle.
I did feel bad.
I'm gonna die.
But now I feel fine about it.
This is really dark.
I can see fine, kid.
Which triplet side are you on?
They're all the same side in the end. Now, shoot.
Robbie said last movie we watched was Enemy, but did finally beat Lisa the Painful. Don't sell yourself short. You beat Lisa the Painful on the dumb mode, where you have to where you can only save once. I was thinking about that, Jeriah. It's funny how you're telling me like how you like the save system in the Resident Evil, where like you only have so many saves, but you hated the idea of that one, where you can only use a save once.
In Resident Evil, it's not just like using a save one. Like you have ink ribbons and stuff like that, and like yes, it's something that you have to like be careful or like be wary of. But like honestly, it's not really that big of a deal in those games for the most part until you like start trying to do different stuff that's like a lot harder. But for the most part, you're like gonna be totally fine in Resident Evil. You find way more than enough ink ribbons to do whatever you want to do. And then after Resident Evil 3, they just stopped using ink ribbons.
That 4 did.
Code Veronica. No, 4 isn't using ink ribbons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If only you could jump 2 feet in the air.
If only. Oh, that was easy.
And I'm gonna say, Jeriah, you say that, but if you had to watch me play it,
Yeah, you
you'd be
can't
very
just save
mad
every
'cause
time you want to save.
I would never save, and you'd be like, just save, you'll be fine. I'm like, I only have 20 of these, Jeriah. What if I need them later? And you're like, it's the last boss. We've been here for 8 hours because you don't save at this point. And I'll be like, I'm almost there, Jeriah. I bet after this boss I can save.
I know that we're going to scrub at least on one of the Resident Evils whenever we get to those. Scrub. Like we're gonna die and we're gonna have to start all the way over. There's no way we're not going to have to on at least. I bet on the first one it's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, I guess we have to decide that because how long are the oldest ones?
You can beat them all in under an hour if you know exactly what you're doing.
I won't. But like, what's an average playthrough? Like, take what you remember your playthrough taking and add like 2 to 3 hours.
Like 8 hours.
Okay.
No hesitation.
Because like, it'd be nice to play all of them, but that's also a lot.
Yeah.
Now for axe trading.
It's just not the warrior's way. The warrior's way is with the crowbar.
I would genuinely say probably the best thing to do for Resident Evil would be to do the remakes, quite honestly.
Probably.
Because Remake 1 will get you the idea of what old Resident Evil was fairly well. And then Remake 2 and 3 are very modern. Very modern. Remake 3, I think, is probably iffy in a lot of people's minds because it is very different from the original. But Remake 4, I'll say for sure the way to go on that fucking game. For sure. Remake 4 is so good.
That's what I've heard.
And I think you should worry.
I like generally I've heard no real complaints about the 4 remake.
It does everything well that the original did, and things that the original sucked at, this does well.
Well, I heard one valid complaint, which is that Ashley doesn't have her big elephant ears anymore.
Well, that's because she's a mouse now.
Oh, you've seen that?
Yeah.
I love it. My favorite part is it didn't like start from anything specific. It was just someone was like drew a funny picture.
Yeah. Yep.
But they do need Battlezone inspirations.
I kind of like the idea of that as a game. That not Resident Evil, obviously, but like that sounds like a fun game idea.
Yeah.
Just have to escort a tiny mouse.
In the original Resident Evil 4, it may as well have been what it was. Oh man, so like the thing that they fixed from RE4 to RE4 Remake is in original RE4, she had a health bar that you had to like give her your healing items to fix.
Ah, neat. And she didn't try to dodge, I assume.
No, not really. And now she has like dodges and stuff like that, and like she can either be close or far away from you for whatever you decide.
Even
I don't know what this guy's going on about.
She'd been caught up in. Ooh, but at least
it's
she
war.
felt motivated.
Okay, cool. And she doesn't have a health bar in this. She either just gets downed or gets taken away. And you can just pick her up. Like you don't have to like spend anything to do it. It's so nice. You don't have to use your resources just to keep this shitty AI alive.
That's one of those things that like sounds like a fun idea and then isn't.
Yeah.
Baroness lived atop wild card hero.
Ugh.
A training ground for war.
Can you give her a gun?
And a home
No.
to warriors.
Oh.
It was not a place for children.
It's a lot better in this than it was in the original, I'll tell you that.
What part
Yeah, I
of
bet.
freedom was?
Like as in general, I'm kind of excited to play some of them. They seem pretty fun. There are too many games I need to play though.
Yeah, there's a lot of like big games. I mean, this goes back to like the whole
fact
reason why the
they-
podcast exists. It's like,
Yeah.
man, there's a lot of popular things he hasn't done.
It's like I had a very specific things I liked to do as a kid and only had like 8 games.
It's almost like that.
I still think one of my favorite part is one of the few games I had was 4 episodes of Cartoon Network on a Game Boy cartridge.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then, well, I guess I technically had any game on the Wii because my dad homebrewed that. So I had that for 07 through 13. I broke it once.
Nice.
He had to take it back homebrewed.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's how I played Galaxy, and then I remember playing Galaxy 2, and I just did not like it as much.
That's what a lot of people say. Galaxy 2
No, I think
really
most
is
people
an
say
expansion
Galaxy
pack.
2 is best. Yeah. A lot of people like Galaxy 2 more.
But I
Well,
think it
other
just
than
depends
like,
on, like, did you want more Galaxy or did you want different Galaxy?
that's true. I mean, I'll give Galaxy 2 the benefit of the doubt that I think it only came about 2 or 3 years after Galaxy 1.
It wasn't far off, no. It's like,
Yeah.
not its fault, you know?
Like, I bet if DLC was a thing Nintendo was gonna do, it would have just been DLC.
For sure. You might argue that Tears of the Kingdom could be a DLC.
I'll give that some more benefit of the doubt. It did, like, all the runes are basically replaced.
That's true.
So, and like, this you got the Switch barely ran Breath of the Wild sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna run Breath of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I do not have faith in that. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I'm gonna be shocked if that plays well.
I mean, it really is nearing the end of a console's lifespan for the Switch.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a good run, Nintendo. You can just you can release
just do
the next
another
one.
thing now.
Yeah. We'll see. Everyone's like, oh, they should do the Switch too, and it's like, that's what the Wii U did with the Wii, and it did terrible.
It didn't go well.
Who knows? I think from now on they probably will do handheld console hybrids, because I don't think they're gonna just go back to doing only handhelds.
You almost have to at this point. Like, it's basically expected now.
Yeah. Little do we know, they're gonna do the Nintendo DS, where it's 4 screens actually. I mean, whoever knows with Nintendo.
Yeah, honestly. They could very well be doing something completely different. We really don't know.
Yeah.
I think they'd
And
be...
then-
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I say I think they'd be completely insane to try and do something completely different. But last time, when they were like, all right, we got to follow the success of the thing and we got to do more of the thing, it didn't go well.
No.
So...
Actually, they've done it a couple times, and it usually doesn't do as good.
Yeah.
Like, Super Nintendo was just not as sold,
But
surprisingly.
Super Nintendo's so good.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it sells well.
And the Wii
It is
U wasn't good, so...
No, it is so funny looking at old like news stuff from back then, because people are like, "This is just a scam from Nintendo. They're just trying to make you buy stuff." It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Gaming journalism has gone a long way, which is very strange. Because in a lot of ways it has.
Gaming journalists are bad at video games, didn't you hear? Ooh.
I mean, legit, a lot of them are. Their job isn't to be good at a game. The job is to like the game. Or not like the game. Ooh, big hammer. Want that.
I just get annoyed because that's just all like discussion about it.
Oh, yeah. Man, when that
Not even
Cuphead
that-
thing came out, that just fucking
Yeah.
ruined a lot of discourse about game journalists, honestly.
There's so many things that just ruin discourse forever, and it sucks. Especially when it's something that should like actually be talked about. Like it's a dead horse at this point, but like when people were like, you know what, we should have some semblance of professionalism in gaming journalism, and like make sure that the people reviewing the games don't have a reason to give it a good review, even if it's not necessarily a good game. And then it immediately turned into, I actually just hate all women in journalism, and that's the issue. And it's like, what? How did we get here?
Yeah, it's like, how did it... okay, guys, I guess this is what we're going to talk about then? All right, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now it's, gaming journalists are bad at video games. Oh, do you dislike the difficulty curve in this video game? Are you a gaming journalist? Ooh.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst parts about it too. Is like you can't have any discussion about difficulty anymore.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I am one of those people that oh my god, stop moving, you fucking so annoying.
Right.
I am a huge Dark Souls lover. But I'm one of those people that, like, there is a place for Dark Souls to have some sort of difficulty thing. Like, for me, the enjoyment I get out of Dark Souls is the fact that it is insanely difficult. But also, like, they can have a mode to where it's super, super difficult and still have a mode to where people can, like, excessively play it. Which, again, I think is why Elden Ring did so well. Is because it is extremely excessive.
Yeah, you can actually you can play that without being a super gamer.
Yeah.
PM. Yeah, I was gonna say Dark Souls in general actually has, despite what people say, it generally has been moving towards more accessibility.
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of nice that they managed to do it in a way that isn't just adding an easy mode, of course, but like,
for sure,
it's definitely something I really like. That they
with Elden Ring, they just found a way to make it to where, like, hey, like, yeah, it's gonna be hard in these spots, but like, you can build up to it in a way that will make it something that you feel is worth that fight. Like, you're not just gonna be suddenly thrust into an impossible fight. Like, you can really build up to it if you want to.
And they've added a lot of ways that just kind of break the game balance in your favor, too, which is good. Which people complain about, of course. But
of course. I didn't mean to put that there, but I guess that's there. It's nice. Though, of course, you get gamers being like, no, it's bad that other people can play this game. I think the thing about Dark Souls, too, is Dark Souls isn't just that it's difficult is why it is so popular. It's also that it has a really cool world. Yeah, it's, like, just fun to explore the world.
So, like, that's why I never bought when people are like, well, Dark Souls is difficulty. It's like, no, it's not. It's a lot of things, ultimately.
Dark Souls, to me, is ultimately a puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those things I like about it so much. It's like, every time you do a thing, everything's always going to be in that same spot. Even in Elden Ring, with a big open world like that, all the things, once you spawn in again, are going to be in that same exact spot. Like, you can learn everything's pattern, and you just have to put the pieces together.
Interlopers find themselves dead long before this point.
Face lady.
Boss fight.
I don't think so. Never mind.
I defeated all your clunky minions.
A likely story. You must have just snuck past them. Blind chance.
At ease, child.
Robbie says this Switch 2, also known as the Steam Deck.
Kinda.
Well then, at ease.
Man, there are some rumors going around about PlayStation, or Sony, I should say, rather, doing like a
soft, aren't you?
kind of Android-based streaming thing.
Maybe.
No,
I would be interested in it.
I feel like a lot of like the exclusive stuff from Sony might not run as well using that kind of system, though.
No, it won't. Because they go for like big AAA stuff, like
because Last of Us isn't running well on computers apparently.
Man, I've been seeing some of that stuff. That is that is a bad port. That's a real bad port.
It is. And then there's stupid idiots who are like, whoa there, how about you just buy it on the PlayStation? How about you just buy a $600 console real quick?
$500. And $70 for the game. And then taxes.
Is it a $70 game?
Yeah, absolutely. $70.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So tell me about the war.
Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed our father. I don't let that stand, soldier, so I fight. And when I win, they will pay for their transgressions.
Your bodyguard, Nishka, she's alive.
Not surprised. Nishka's damn tough. And if anyone could survive out there, it's her.
Damn says it's me in 10
She
years.
taught me how to win a fight. Taught me how to never
The face lady?
surrender.
Yeah.
Taught me the importance of duty.
Duty. come with me and visit her.
No, that would be a dereliction of duty. She wouldn't be happy to see me there, and neither would I. I respect us both too much for that. How is she, other than alive?
She's not well. If you could visit...
Impossible! I am too busy waging.
Doesn't remind
and
me of Sam.
winning this
Sam
war.
occasionally just sings one word out of a sentence. Could you give me something that would remind her of you?
A child coming here and asking for a gift. The sheer gall. But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even. I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Nishka. If you can take it, it's yours.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Certainly. Like I said, all you have to do is take it. This arm, it's only the most heavily guarded item in my entire freedom. I like your spunk, even, so let
Gross.
me warn you, you will fail. You may even
I
die.
like your spunk.
So do the smart thing and go back to
Oh,
whatever
it's this again.
teapot shack you came from.
Can I have Nishka's machine arm now, please?
Can you defeat my robots to claim me?
You're just not caring about the.
I'm really not. I don't care about the Freedom story. Bye for now. Fuck.
Even knew what she needed to do to get something that would jog Nishka's memory. Win the most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom.
My darling walks.
She knew it would be hard.
Well, back to like the difficulty thing. I still find it really funny thinking about when I was younger, because I used to hate the idea of like difficulty settings. I was like, if you're bad at games, you should lose. And it's just funny to me because I'm bad at games. I was gatekeeping myself.
Nice.
I wasn't bad at the games I liked, I guess, but like, it's just funny.
It's pretty good. Did she die in the war?
I don't know. We were in different areas when the Civil War broke out and have been separated ever since. She's trapped with the Count, and I'm stuck here with the Baroness. If I could just see her again, I'd tell her I love her, and that the second this war's over, I'm coming back to her.
Oh,
Nobody
now you gotta
will
go
ever separate
find
us again.
Mary
If
Panther.
I guess so. Or I could ignore the quest because it doesn't do anything for me. Alright. This game autosave, right? That's what this game does?
I don't remember. Sort of. Hit the roll the die, because I feel like that's a thing that would save.
It's true. I didn't see an autosave thing.
I don't remember how to determine that. Poke.
Maybe after the
No, this
cutscene
is-
it'll autosave.
Isn't this like savings a cutscene that I played?
Looked like it, yeah. Nope, he moved though. All kinds of the maps open up now.
Now we'll never know where to go.
You're right. Oh, I saw the autosave.
Moved once again, this time in favor of the Count.
All right.
We did it. We accomplished
You know, we got through a lot of that, I would say. Got lost.
actually, yeah.
Got lost
in
a
random.
few times. Yeah, got lost in random a few times.
We opened the whole map. It's like Elden Ring, really. We got like through the main part of the map.
If these books are anything to be determined, I'm very... I have a lot of this game to go.
Yeah. I mean, like, Freedom is where we're at, and there's 6 at least, so we're not halfway through at least.
3, 4, 5, 6. And who knows what else happens.
Yeah, maybe it's a 10-sided die.
I might look up how long this game is. I'm gonna finish it, but I would just like to know like what I'm getting into.
I can check real quick.
Yeah, check that out. And then add a couple hours.
Main story is 12.5 hours.
Okay.
Main plus extra is 16.5, but I don't think we're going for extra.
Not really, no.
So let's say 14 to 15 hours.
Okay, yeah. And this is like hour 6, I think? 7?
I think so.
Yeah.
So about half. That makes sense with where we're far.
With where
All right.
That seems like a great place to stop for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go to just cam here. I'm gonna make this fade a lot longer though.
10 hours of fading.
How long can I make this fade? I'm gonna test it. Let me do that. It will. I'm gonna press this fade button.
Oh my god. How long is this gonna be?
Look at that fade. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that fade. Oh my gosh. Longer.
What did you set it to?
Longer. How long will this? Oh god, I accidentally hit fade again. Oh, it takes so long. You can't do anything when it's fading. Oh no.
Jeriah!
I meant to just change the time to something ridiculous. I didn't mean to do it again. Oh man, that takes so long. But
this is what it feels like when you have your default to be. Oh my gosh.
But
Now we have to fade back.
What if? I won't let you do that. Okay, well, here we go. It's almost reasonable. That's almost reasonable.
This is awful.
Oh, I love that. Okay. So that was some more Lost in Random. I was lost most of the time in Random, so you know, finally got to that. What else? Hopefully we have some stuff going on Saturday that makes sense for us to be doing. It's gonna depend on a million different things.
We're live streaming our visit to Best Buy to buy a new graphics card.
Fucking maybe, man. Fucking maybe. Bullshit. Fucking hate. E. Thank you for hanging out and going through some more Lost in Random with me, talking about some stuff.
Yeah, it's a neat game.
It is a neat game. I just wish I wasn't so distracted with the computer being broken part. You know? It is what it is. If people want to get a hold of us, where can they do that?
We got a link tree. You can see it, in fact, at roughly 2/3 of the screen. linkatr.ee/LOIP gives you a link to our social media and our podcast. Jeriah, what's the deal on that?
The podcast?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I sure didn't do this week, E? The podcast.
Yeah.
Just didn't find time where I wanted it. I wanted time, didn't have time.
Don't kill us.
Didn't have time. So there's just not anything this week. I was going to maybe try and pull something out tonight, but I don't think that's happening.
No, don't do that. It's so late.
Yeah, so it's just not one this week, and I think that's the first time ever for just nothing at all in a week. I think that might be our first complete miss. And you know what? After 3-ish years or something, I think that's okay for one miss. Everything should very much so be back on schedule next week, except for I'm thinking something with the live stream will definitely happen on Saturday. The podcast might not be able to happen with things that are happening around life, but we will have a podcast up next Thursday for sure. We just probably won't be able to record it this weekend is it. So
we should have just re-uploaded Ed and Eddie's Big Picture Show.
That would be hilarious. Just rerun our fucking episodes. That would be great.
We could have joked that it was an April Fool's.
Fuck. Missed
we
that.
Still can't. It's not Thursday yet.
I have an idea of what I want to do for the next one. Since I think Robbie won't be able to be on that one again. I have an idea of what I want to do, and I think it would be hilarious. It would be a very short episode because there's not a lot to talk about, but I really want to do it. So I hope that happens. Liz just has to agree to it. All right, said the link tree, said the podcast stuff. That's it. I think. Right?
Probably.
That seems right. All right. Everybody out there, be safe. Be nice to everybody. Thank you for being here and hanging out and chat and watching the archive if you're watching the archive on our YouTube and whatnot. We'll talk to you guys again very, very soon when we're all very much less tired, I hope. All right. I'm going to hit this extremely long fade. Good night, everybody. Bye. 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 Bye.
It's gonna take so long, Jeriah.